Morning, guys. It's Veronica McDermott from Where's My Way. Um, just following on from yesterday, I'm about to give you a behind the scenes walkthrough of my exact process for what I do when I'm reviewing and editing a client's about page. So, editing services is one of the services that I provide, and I absolutely love doing it, probably the teacher in me. What I generally provide is an overview of all of the clients' grammar, punctuation, spelling. I check the flow, I check the style, and I obviously make sure that your content is aligned with your audience and your intended purpose for the piece, depending on what type of content I'm looking at. So my beautiful client, Mailing, has very kindly let me share this process with you. So this is her about page that she has written. English is her second language. So one of the things she asked me to do is to just check over and make sure things are gelling. And that's what I've done for her here. So I'm just going to show you the exact strategies that I use, and hopefully some of the things that I go through here may just trigger a thought in your own mind about things you might be able to polish or tweak in your own about page or your own content. So here we go. I am jumping into Google, Google Docs, and I'm going to be making some editing here. If you're tuning in, can you just quickly let me know that you can see a picture of Mei-Ling on the beach with her kids? If you can give me a yes in the comments or a hello, all good, that would be great, just so I know that everything is clear. Hello, somebody's here. There's a love heart. Thank you. Who is it? I can't see the comments. I've got a bit of a cold today, so I apologise. Hi, Virginia. How you going? Oh, great. You can see it. Excellent. I'll move on really quite quickly. Okay, so her first sentence of her about page is, "Hi, I'm Mei-Ling," and I love that. I love the font. I'm not a designer, but I do know how design works with copy to create the biggest impact, and that stands out as something really vibrant and exciting and goes along with her picture quite well. My only suggestion there, Mei-Ling, is to make sure you don't overuse exclamation marks. So I would suggest perhaps putting a comma, saying hi, comma, I'm Mei-Ling, and then your exclamation mark. Otherwise, it can appear as though you're just overly excited without a reason, sort of thing. So I would add in a comment here, if I can. It's not going to let me on that image because it's an image, not text. That's okay. If you can just remember to put hi, comma, I'm Mei-Ling, exclamation mark. All right, moving along. So your first paragraph here. The first thing I do when I check over clients' work is I look at the whole text as the text as a whole. And this piece of text is actually 1,200 words. So for an about page, the ideal length is probably around your 300, maximum 400 words. And the reason behind that is that no one really is going to read beyond that anyway. Even if they are a huge fan and a huge follower of you, it's really unlikely they're going to want to read that much about you because people just don't have the time to do that. And the less information you give, the more likely it will be that people will read the entire, the shorter, I should say, the shorter or the more brief you can be, the more concise you can be, the more likely it is that people will read all of what you have to say, as opposed to just skimming and scanning, which is what we do best when it comes to web content. Okay, so your first sentence is, I'm a loving partner and a mother of two gorgeous boys living in beautiful Brisbane, Australia. That's a very succinct sentence, but what it doesn't do is tell me exactly who you are and what you do. So it tells me who you are, it tells me that you're a mother and a partner, but it doesn't tell me what you do. And the very first sentence of your about page should really have those 2 points covered in it really clearly from the get-go, so that if the only sentence they read of your about page is the first one, they at least know what they're missing out on by not reading through to the end. Okay, so I would suggest, I know on your website, if I go back to your website, A Drop Closer to Earth is Mei-Ling's website. She's a lovely doTERRA girl. On her welcome page, she says here, I am a loving partner. Oh no, that's her about me. So let's go to her welcome page and see what she used there. And this is the sort of thing I would do for clients, is have a look around their website and that sort of thing as well. So it's a bit slow to load. I think that's because I'm sharing at the same time, like screen sharing. Okay, so her first sentence of her welcome page is, I'm Mei-Ling, a teacher, a people's joy creator, an aroma touch therapist, an international natural solution speaker, a partner and mother of two happy cheeky boys, and a partner. mother of two happy cheeky boys. So there's heaps of cool, really vivid content in that mailing. I would suggest popping into your first sentence, maybe 2 or 3 ideas from that as your, I'm going to just pop it there so you can have a think. Try and think of 2 or 3 ways to describe yourself, but definitely what needs to be included is what you actually do for work. So who you are mailing, and you do what? What do you do? So that needs to be in the very first sentence. Okay, now you're going on to the next sentence. My family inspired me to create a safe, pristine environment. So I started my journey of learning about natural healthcare solutions. Cool. So what I'm going to do is suggest edits. So I'm going to add in a comma there. So that just shows you where the comma should be. Create a safe, pristine environment. Okay, so this is your why statement. This is why you do what you do. You do what you do because your family has inspired you to create this environment to live in. Cool. So I like that statement. Who you are, what you do, why you do it. Next, I'm expecting to hear about how you do what you do. So let's see if the next sentence matches up to that. The next couple of sentences, doesn't have to be the very next one. I'm a natural health solution speaker who engaging with others internationally. Who engages, so just keep the context, the tense correct. Who engages with others internationally in how best to achieve a healthier, more vibrant way of living. I'm going to say about how. About how to best. I'd say how to best. How to best achieve. Yeah, that's a tricky one. A healthier, more vibrant way of living. Okay, cool. So that's going on to tell them a little bit more detail about what you do. So you're a speaker, and you talk about natural health solutions internationally. Do you actually go in person and do speaking at events, or is it online coaching? I'd maybe even be a little bit more descriptive in there and say internationally via online coach, virtually online and in person at these types of events. You could add in a little bit more information there. So I'm going to say add more info, events or online workshops. Cool. I have now immersed myself in the study of essential oils and share my passion of natural alternatives to the world. Okay, so that's like your mission. Oh, you've said here, with a background in education, beauty and nutrition, I have now immersed myself in the study of essential oils and share my passion of, yeah, cool, that's nice. And my mission is to share my passion, yeah. Cool. So this is sounding like a good starting paragraph for your about page. Who you are, what you do, why you do it, and now I want to know how you do it and how you do it differently to your competitors. This is nice to have, so nice to meet you, or I would just suggest consider maybe using a different alternative word for nice. So just use your thesaurus to look up a different word for nice. So lovely to meet you. I'm so happy you can think of other alternatives that are obviously better than that. My brain with a cold. All right. How did my journey start? Now this is great. I like that you've used big font here to get people's attention. Don't forget to add the question mark. So that is a question. You're wanting people to engage with your question and want to learn more about you. So here we go. Growing up, my mother always made nutritional meals for us. In our diets, Mum cooked with a lot of garlic, ginger, goji berries and fish. She also made bone broth daily to support our growth, often adding Chinese herbal medicine in as well. Cool. So all of that's really good. That's really enjoyable information. That's interesting, and it is only about you. So that's sort of, this starts to give me a picture of why I might choose you over another doTERRA or wellness advocate, because you have this background in Chinese herbal medicine as well. So if that's of particular interest to me, this definitely needs to be included, or a snippet of this needs to be included in your about page. We were deeply influenced by Chinese natural herbal remedies. I'd say herbal remedies, I think plural there. We believe our body has an incredible capacity to heal itself, but we need to give it what it needs in order to get there. Yeah, but or however, you can use them interchangeably. I would probably go however there. However, but sometimes it depends on the rhythm, like just what sounds better with shorter words or longer words. And I think however sits better there. And then you need your commas either side of however. You need to give it what it takes in order to get there. So you're using inclusive language, which is good. This is nice. Anything like we must do this, together we can achieve this, or jump on board our journey, or join us. All of those words are inclusive and make people feel part of your group and part of your community, and they want to come along on the ride with you. Inclusive language is good. Okay, my boys were born with cleft palate. So now you're swapping back to now you're in the present tense and you're talking about your own children. So that's sort of like there's a little shift there. So growing up, this happened. We were deeply influenced by Chinese, we believe. So in this same paragraph here, you've actually changed, you've changed tense, but I think it's okay. So we were deeply influenced by Chinese. So as a kid, you were deeply influenced by Chinese natural herbal remedy. And as a result of this, we believe our body has an incredible, maybe you just need to put in like, as a result of this. As a result of this, comma, we believe. Okay, cool. My boys are born with cleft palate and were formula-fed babies due to their inability to create pressure in their mouths. Cool, so you're explaining what that is for people who may not know. Formula-fed is sort of like one concept, so you can hyphenate that, put a hyphen there. Through their early childhood, they were prone to ear infection, multiple ear infections, digestive issues, and had really poor immunity. Looking after them full-time was so much hard work. Okay, when you say so much hard work already implies that it's hard. If you say so much, it's like not necessary, because the words hard work already imply that it was onerous and a lot. And it already implies that it was so much work. So you don't really need to have so much. It was just hard work, full stop. So much is not needed. We were regularly having doctor appointments and medications from the chemist. I included nutrient-rich food in our diet and often cooked food and sauces from scratch. I adopted all the Eastern natural remedies as well as Western medicines. It's just medicine as in Western medicine. Plus, created a germ-free environment with Glen 20, Milton tablets, alcohol, hand sanitizer, any cleansing product you could get from the supermarket. Basically any, yeah, cool. Okay, so you try to create this environment with all of these products from the supermarket. Okay, here's where you come in and you say, well, I thought I was doing all the right things. Okay, you put this little, I'm not sure what that thing's called, but you could probably just go, well, ... I thought I was doing all the right things. And if you want to emphasize the word, like this should be in italics. I thought I was doing all the right things. Little did I know, comma, the things I was using were just making things worse. Okay, the solutions I found were making things worse. Okay, we're just making things worse. We're actually making things worse. So you can sort of paint the picture and make it sound even more. I mean, that's obviously, it does have drastic effects on your life when nothing is working the way that you had planned it to work, but you can actually paint the picture a little bit more clearly. So, well, I thought I was doing all the right things. Little did I know the solutions I found were actually making things worse. Okay, g'day. We struggled to keep our kids healthy for longer than 3 months, or for longer than 3 weeks. I was chasing my tail all the time. Yes, darling. Hang on a second, just wait. Mummy's just doing this for a client. It is your belly. We struggled to keep our kids healthy for longer than 3 weeks. Full stop. The shorter the sentences are, the better. I was chasing my tail all the time. Eventually, my mental and physical health, just physical, went downhill. Don't need that in there. I sprained my foot badly and had back-to-back illnesses. Okay, back-to-back, it needs to have a little hyphen in there because that's one concept. Back-to-back illnesses and consistently passing sickness and I was consistently passing sickness to those around. Oh, and they were, like the children were. And they were consistently passing sickness to those around them. My 11-month-old baby boy had severe constipation. We thought he had, I'm not sure, is it a twisted bowel or is it just twisted bowel is the name of the condition? You'd have to check that out. Okay, so this is quite a long paragraph here. So this is looking like quite a long paragraph. I want to break it down a little bit, but we may not even need all of this just yet. Seeing him so terrified to do number 2, he's always used words, not letters, not numbers. His tiny body shaking uncontrollably, face bright red and screaming with a lot of pain and fear. Okay, that's an incomplete sentence. So it's just a fragment, that one. Fragment, incomplete thought. So to complete that thought, you would have to say, like, seeing him so terrified, his whole body shaking uncontrollably, face bright red and screaming with a lot of pain and fear, made me upset, not just him, but our whole family, or was heartbreaking. So you need to say, that's sort of the beginning of the sentence. Seeing him like this was heartbreaking is the end of your sentence or the end of your thought. That is something I would never want him to go through again. Countless times I was in bed, very sick, my heart broken, and tears running down my cheeks, because I wasn't able to keep up with everything, plus deal with the pain in my foot. All right. I'm just going to pop back into Facebook and see if anyone has made any comments. Short and sweet and upbeat. Thanks, Virginia. All right. All right, cool. I'm jumping back into Mei Ling's about now, so hopefully she's going to be able to view this for herself soon. Because I wasn't able to keep up with everything, plus deal with the pain in my foot, I couldn't go back to work. We did not have family close by to help with the kids. Our medical bills were so high. Okay, so this is many ideas in one sentence, so I would suggest breaking your ideas down here. Break. Can you see that? Break ideas down. We're at the end of the rope. Okay, so you're painting a really vivid picture here again. So this is good imagery. Good imagery. It's showing how desperate the situation was. And I think that's really useful and helpful for you and your reader to know just how desperate you were before you found essential oils and before you turned to doTERRA. So all of this is great information in painting a picture of your life before doTERRA. But what you need to do is make sure it's nice and succinct, because at the moment it's a little bit too long-winded. So all this information is great. I just feel as though some of this personal story about your own children and their health issues, and also your own heritage and your own upbringing being to do with Chinese natural medicine, I think could even be useful to use as blog articles. So some of that content I would definitely remove and pop it into a blog article. A blog article could be like 5 ways doTERRA can help with constipation, or 5 ways to 5 things you didn't know, 5 natural ways to help your child feed when they've got a cleft palate, or something like that. 5, maybe that's not possible, but you get my drift. Like how Chinese, it even could be a blog article about you. So how Chinese medicine has helped me to raise 2 healthy boys, or how essential oils plus Chinese medicine has helped me. and make it relevant to your reader, obviously. Cool. Right, going down again. I felt totally exhausted, hopeless, and disempowering and disempowered. So the experience was disempowering, but you felt disempowered. Past tense. I know there must be a better way, an easier way, a natural way. Okay, this is cool. So here's where you're starting to realize there's a transition, there's a change in your journey. I knew there must be a better way, an easier way, a natural way to take care of our well-being. That's excellent. And I love that you're using your big letters here. You're using capital letters. That looks really good. It makes me want to, it makes me drawn to those words. That is when I found doTERRA. Excellent. This is cool. I would even give it its own space there, give it its own sentence, own paragraph. That is when I found doTERRA. I felt it was the toolkit I was missing to create a healthy and happy family. Still, it took me 3 months to decide to give it a try, as I wanted to know how people responded to essential oils. So I did intensive research about this company and what other medical professionals say about their oils. Cool. That's cool. So now I know that you're really into doing things thoroughly, and that tells me something, because you were even hesitant to join, and you wanted to know more information. That tells me that you obviously know your stuff, and if you made the decision to join doTERRA and you're that sort of person that needs to know, then that is excellent. Like, that gives me a good impression about you and the way that you work. Cool. So I'd definitely leave some of that in. This paragraph here is excellent. I think this could be moved up higher in your about page. Like, that should be moved, that should come sooner in your about page. Cool. So who you are, what you do, why you do it, how you do it. You do it with a mixture of Chinese medicine. Who you are, your mailing, what do? You're an international speaker and you are a wellness advocate for doTERRA oils. Why do you do it? You do it because your family inspire you to create this safe environment, because you've had a hard time with your own family health, and that's why they've inspired you to create this pristine, safe environment for them to live in, natural environment, I should say. So that's why you do what you do. How you do what you do it with a mixture of Chinese medicine, and because of your heritage, and who, what, when, and who you are, what you do, why you do, and how you do it. Cool. Now you're trying to convince them, why should they buy from you? So basically, why should they choose you? And this is where you're telling them that you have felt totally exhausted. You've felt totally hopeless and disempowered, just as they have. And you have done your research and you found that the best solution for you was doTERRA. So perhaps it's also the best solution for them. Cool. So I like that. Now, we're still in the About page and it is still going on. So I'd say that you've probably almost covered everything you need to cover in that part up there. So if you're wanting to cut things out, down here is where you may want to cut some of your bulk out, or just select certain bits from down here, certain parts from down here to put up the top. Okay, we brought the Indra pack, which has 5 mils each of lavender, lemon, and peppermint, and a diffuser to start with. One night, my baby was very unsettled at night, waking up. Repetition. Very unsettled, waking up in the middle of the night crying. We did what we normally do, give him all the teething solutions, then pain relief, medicine, but he still cried non-stop. After trying everything to soothe him with no success, I diffused a few drops of lavender. Within a few minutes, so you've basically, that's a bit of repetition there. You've just explained that you've done all those things, so you don't need to say it again. That's repetition. Avoid repetition, I'll say. And within a few minutes, the smell filled the room and he fell asleep soundly in my arms. We tried again the following 2 days. Following 2 days, and that worked every time for him. That's when I decided to experience the power of those amber bottles and quickly ordered the doTERRA Home Essential Kit. Since then, life has changed in a positive way. Cool. I think this information is also like, this is blog material, like the whole story about one night. I'd say that could be a blog, how to settle your baby with essential oils. Blog info. That could be a blog in itself, just that info, taking that info and adding some more in. Emery's digestive health improved within a week after I replaced the store-bought disinfectant cleaning products with homemade cleaning sprays. Okay, cool. So this is also really important information, but this is more for a blog article. To see I'm finally able to do. Number 2, at ease. Write this in full. I know it's a funny one to write in full, isn't it? Write in full. Rooted my belief to go natural. Let's go cemented. So this really cemented my belief to go natural. Go natural. I'm not sure I love that. I'm going natural. I'm not sure. I am grateful for my loving, beautiful family and those essentials that allowed me to take control of myself and my family's health. Trait my own control of. I'd just say our health. Control of our health. I'm no longer feeling defeated when one of us is unwell. Instead, okay, so that's full stop, start the new sentence. Many of the things here are really great ideas, but I can notice that you have a tendency to run your ideas on, so you keep all of your ideas, your great ideas in one sentence. So my suggestion as a whole, like in general, is to break those ideas down into shorter sentences. So instead, I turn to my essential oil box for solutions. Yeah. I love seeing my children bounce back so fast without any side effects. That's cool. That's a really good important point. And I would probably put that in bold or larger. Other people will want to see that as well. I love how energized and happy. Can you think of another way to say I love? Because you've used love twice in 2 sentences, like following each other, directly after each other. Alternative word for love. And happy I am when I use my oils and supplements. Yes, you heard me right. doTERRA not just have life-transforming oils, the supplements are life-changing to millions of people too. Life-changing? Millions of people too. People all swear by it. Check out more here. Okay, and then you've got a hyperlink, and I've checked that out already, and that one links to a testimonial on YouTube about doTERRA. If you could get a local testimonial, that would be even better. Like if you could actually get one of your clients and actually swap this with a testimonial from one of your own clients, video one, that would be awesome. Saying mailings, oils, and mailings processes really helped me. That would be cool. We don't go anywhere without our oils or supplements now. Okay, so this information is all fine, but I would probably do I'd do a blog article. So blog on Emery's digestive health or D health for kids using oils. Take control. I'd probably do another blog here, like how to take control of your health with doTERRA oils, something like that. But this content would not be in your about page. It's good, but it's just not suitable for here. It's too much for here. Okay, so now you're asking them. We don't go to, yeah, life has become a lot more in control for us and I am loving it. Cool. Why buy oils from me? So now you're asking them the question, why should they buy from you as opposed to another doTERRA wellness advocate? I think you've probably already covered this. They should buy from you because you have a heritage and a background of Western Chinese or Eastern Chinese medicine, and you've combined that with your Western practices to support people in their wellness journey. So they should buy from you because you've had that experience and you've had that upbringing and you have that knowledge to infuse into everything you do. They should also buy from you because you've been in their shoes, you've had sick children, you've had late nights with unsettled babies, you've been stressed out by watching your child unable to go to the bathroom, and all these problems have been fixed with the solution of doTERRA essential oils. So your 2 reasons for why people should buy from you is 1, your heritage, and that makes you unique, and your ability to mix that with Western ways, and 2, your firsthand about healing and recovering from sickness using wellness because of your family health issues. Okay, I've been in your shoes. I know what it's like to feel as starting something completely new. What it is like to feel. I know what it is like to start something. Okay, to start something completely new. It can be overwhelming and frustrating. It is hard to know what oils to use and how to use those oils for your desired results and not being supported. Okay, I'd go it's. It's hard to know what oils to use and how to use those oils for your desired results without support, without being supported by someone who has done this before. It is my great intention to make this journey super easy for you to start using those oils for your own benefit, so you do not feel discouraged after you get your oils. I want you to feel supported in your oil journey. Okay, so all of this information here is fine, but this is more detailed. This is more, once you've already caught them in your, basically you've got them hooked, they want to buy from you. This is perhaps information should go on your products page. So when they're sort of tossing up, ooh, do I buy this kit? Am I going to be able to actually use the kit, or is it going to sit on my shelf? You need to sort of say, look, I know it's scary to start off with because you may not know how to use them. I'm here to support you. So I'm going to just make a note here and say this is good for a products page, and try and rework some of that content for your products page. I have a strong desire to help you achieve a healthier, happier, and more empowering way of living. I believe you just need the right tools and training. Cool, this is all good. I'm driven by making your essential oil lifestyle so much easier to adopt by providing local opportunities to connect with a beautiful tribe over coffee, workshops, playgroups, or family gatherings at the park. A step-by-step guide. Oh, step-by-step guidance email. Step-by-step email. I'd just say step-by-step email guides. Email guides about how to use your oils in the first month. Ongoing support from our wonderful supportive. Okay, that's repetition. You've already said ongoing support from our, I just take out supportive. One wonderful online community of 2,000 members and growing. We are a group of responsive, like-minded people, and many are families. Cool. Capital there. Families, I'd say many are families like yours. Make people feel like they're included and welcome. Access to my free educational videos where you can learn EO hacks, essential oil hacks and tricks. Access to regular online mini masterclass. For masterclass is one word, for a variety of useful topics where you learn practical uses of how to make over your cleaning and medical cabinets with safer and cheaper natural solutions. Regular online mini masterclasses, multiple, for a variety of useful topics, where you learn practical ways. Just keep it simple, really. Practical ways to make over. Makeover is one word. Your cleaning and medical cabinets with safer and cheaper natural solutions. Cool, clear. Regular one-to-one mentoring for your first 90 days, then a monthly ongoing, depending on your health goals. Cool. Oh, it's a list, so you don't actually need you don't need full stops, dots at the end of each bullet point. Access online learning resources, so you can educate yourself in your own time. You will be a part of my secret oil tribe. And is that the name of something? So if it is the name of, if your tribe is called the oil tribe or whatever it's called, I would give it a title. So actually put it in capitals. and be surrounded and supported by a team of people, who are caring and loving and all in love with using oils to transform their homes. You've used loving twice, so just take it out there. Handpicked yummy and healthy essential oil DIY recipes. Oh, that sounds good. Business training also available if you are interested in working with doTERRA. It is very common once we seeing oils really work, we just want to share the gifts with others. Once we see the oils are working in our lives, it's common to want to, I would go, it's common there. It's common. Keep it conversational. So put in your, because you're writing in first person, I would keep it conversational and put apostrophe S there. And I'd even go like, just start the sentence with once. And sort of invert that sentence. Oops. Can you see what I'm doing? Okay, so once, I'm going to make that start of the sentence. Once we see the oils really working in our lives, it's common to want to share the gift with others. Cool. And then you ask them a question, sound good? So does all of this, what you said, sound good? I would put that in bold and make it bigger. Perhaps it is on your website. It may have just not copied across. Okay. If this sounds like what you are looking for, I would love to have you. Okay. So this call to action could be a little bit stronger. That should link to your contact page or to your purchasing page, I imagine. Instead of saying if this sounds like you, I would say like if you want to transform your life with essential oils, then you know, I'd love to guide you or something like that. I'd love to set you on the right path, or I'd love to help you start your essential oils journey, make it sound really enticing. Okay, so consider reworking this. Cool. Okay, so that's the end of it. So I'm just going to recap really quickly what we've gone through here. So it's just taking me a little bit longer than what I usually do because this is more than this is more text or more copy coming through than what I would usually be working with. But I think it's important just to make sure you are clear about what you should, you know, all the information that you've included is great, but where do you put it on your website is the question you need to ask yourself. So we went through, we talked about how it needs to be about 300 words. We talked about your first sentence needing to be really clear about who you are and what you do, and maybe incorporating some ideas from your homepage into that, 2 to 3. Keep it to the rule of 3. 3 is good, like I'm a mother, a speaker, and a doTERRA wellness advocate. Or, you know, pick your favorite 3 or pick the things you're most known for. If you say that you are everything, you become like a watered down version of you, and people are not really clear about what you are doing then. So I think overusing exclamation marks, we talked about that. We talked about what makes you different and why people would choose you as their unique doTERRA rep, and that's because of your heritage and because of the fact that you've experienced health issues with your own family and you've overcome them with essential oils. We talked about how that was a really good statement there. Well, I thought I was doing all the right things. Little did I know the solutions I found were actually making things worse. Even put that into capitals, like worse. Sounds bad. I need some doTERRA essential oils in my life at the moment. The paragraphs are an issue there. You need to break those down. They're quite long. But you are going to move some of that across to a blog article, I'm pretty sure. Cool. So, yeah. And then we talked about sections of this that could be moved across to a blog article and various topics that you might suggest there. Sleeping with essential, how to sleep with essential oils, irritable children, digestive health with essential oils, and those sorts of things. feeling in control of your health with essential oils. Yeah, so all of this I think can go into blogs, and this can go to like your products page. This information here is good. Like, I'm driven by making your essential oils lifestyle so much easier by adopt by providing. I think that there is also included in your, like, this is what you, once you sign up with me, you don't just get, you don't just get these box of products arrive at your house. You get all of this stuff. So that's also why people should choose you. But I think this should go into your products or services page. All of that bulleted point stuff. Cool. So yeah, you've got a really good about page, Mei-Ling. It's just buried a little bit under a few words. So if you have a go at that and let me know how you get on, I think you'll end up having a really powerful about page that people, I mean, I think you sound like a great person to work with because of all of your experience. And definitely you sound really supportive. So they're the two things that stood out to me is, based on your personal experience of dealing with poor health, and obviously the stress that comes with that. And then the other really appealing thing is just how supportive and how excited you are to be supporting people. So I hope that helps. Yeah, as I said, have a little go through it yourself. Obviously this is especially for Mei-Ling, but I thought I'd share it with the group as well. I dare say no one has probably watched the entire Oh, cool. That's good. Thanks, J-Ben. I said, I dare say no one has really watched this entire thing, and I don't expect you to, but I did want to just pop it on here in case you wanted to see the process behind it. All right, cool. If you have any questions, Mei-Ling, just pop them in the comments here, and I'm more than happy to answer them in the group thread, or if it's a personal question and you want just me to answer it, just email me. You've got my email address. Thanks very much, Mei-Ling, and see you later, guys. Thanks for popping in, Virginia and J-Ben. Talk to you later. Bye.